And the next step?
PNEERZ.
Eunice.
Yes, Dr. Avery.
How many of those letters can you actually see, and how many have you memorized?
I can see all of them, Dr. Avery.
Eunice.
Okay. I memorized the last two, Tom, only the last two. If I can't get my license renewed...
Eunice, you need to wear the lenses I prescribed.
Contact lenses don't work for me, and glasses give me headaches.
Then we'll change the prescription. But you know the DMV is going to test you again anyway.
I've memorized those charts, too.
Mrs. Conrad called and canceled her appointment for tomorrow. Bill Warren wants to know if he can see you before he goes in for work, which means you have to be here at 8 a.m.
Okay.
Okay for 8?
Yeah.
Roger called while you were in with a patient. He says if you miss the 2 o'clock tea time, you pay for the beer.
I pay for the beer anyway.
And Daniel called and left a message here on the voicemail last night.
What do you say?
He said he'll call back. He said he's somewhere in France, and he sounded good. I mean, how do you not sound good if you're in France, right?
Did he leave a number this time?
No.
Everyone on the planet has a mobile phone except my son. We're all on Daniel's terms. See you.
Oh, no! Let me show you how a real doctor does it.
Since when is Tom not a real doctor, Raj?
The eyes are the most important organ in the body, Roger.
Maybe at your age, Tom.
They're the windows to the soul.
Yeah? How the hell would Roger know? He doesn't have one.
Oh.
It's like malpractice to me, boys.
Don't use your foot wedge, Phil.
I got your foot wedge, Roger. All right, what do we got, about 70?
Yeah, plus 10 to the flag.
That's what I'm talking about.
It'll play.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I'm over there.
Yeah, I see. It's about 3 feet away. You want to ride or what?
I'm old and tired.
You're old and lazy.
I don't see you walking this course. It's mine, and it can wait. Get...
It's Chip.
Not bad.
Go ahead and putt out. I'll catch up with you. Hello?
Allô?
Yes, hello?
Pourrais-je parler à Monsieur Tom Avery?
I'm sorry, I don't speak French.
I'm Captain Henry Sebastian of the National Gendarmerie in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port in France.
Is something wrong?
Are you the father of Daniel Avery?
Yes, I am.
I'm sorry to inform you that your son has been killed, sir.
What? What do you mean? Daniel? Something happened to Daniel?
He was caught in a storm on the Camino de Santiago, monsieur.
What?
It's in the French Pyrenees.
Tom. Tommy! Where are you going? Tommy!
I'm sorry for your loss, Tom.
Thanks, Father. I'm going overseas to bring Daniel home.
Would you like to pray with me, Tom?
What for?
All the information for your itinerary is in here. I canceled all your appointments for next week, so...
He wanted to see the world.
And he did.
You should fly with me.
What?
You should fly with me.
Yeah, right.
Turn the car around, pack a bag, grab your passport, forget your golf clubs. Come on, a father-son trip. It'll be fun.
When you coming back?
I don't know.
So you don't have a plan?
We agreed that if I let you take me to the airport, you wouldn't lecture me about how I'm ruining my life.
I lied. You know, most people don't have the luxury of just picking up and leaving it all behind, Daniel.
Well, I'm not most people. If I don't have your blessing, that's fine. But don't judge this. Don't judge me.
My life here might not seem like much to you, but it's the life I choose.
You don't choose a life, Dad. You live one.
Mesdames, Messieurs, dans quelques instants, notre TER va quitter notre hangar de Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port. Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, terminus d'entretien. Avant de descendre, assurez-vous de n'avoir rien oublié à vos places. Mesdames, Messieurs, la SNCF est sortie de son de montre du hangar de
Mr. Avery?
Yes.
We spoke on the phone. Captain Henry Sebastian.
Of course. I don't know why. I know it's odd, but I thought it would say something else. It's the same word back home. I guess I thought it would be different.
Mr. Avery, if you're not ready to do this, can you
No.
wait?
It's fine. I mean, it's not fine. I mean, I'm okay. Let's get it over with. Let's just get it over with.
These are Daniel's belongings. Merci. This is everything he had when we found him.
What happened?
It was an accident. The weather in the Pyrenees is famous for being unpredictable, and I'm sure Daniel would have been warned by the locals. You are not close with him?
Not since his mother died, I'm sorry to say. What was he doing out there?
He was on pilgrimage on the Camino, walking the road to Santiago de Compostela. People from very different backgrounds, faith, and generations have walked the path from here in the French Pyrenees to Santiago de Compostela. 800 kilometers on the northwestern coast of Spain for over 1,000 years. We believers are told that the remains of Saint James, the apostle of Jesus, are interned there. And so we make pilgrimage. This is what your son Daniel was doing.
Why was he alone?
Many people choose to make the trek alone. The way is a very personal journey, Mr. Avery. This is the shell, the symbol of the pilgrim making the journey. And this is Daniel's passport for the Camino. It is to be officially stamped at every important stop along the route through Spain. And the first stamp is here, in Saint-Jean.
Buen camino.
Merci.
When you arrive at the end, The passport should look like this. I have walked the Camino to the Atlantic Ocean 3 times, there and back. I will do it once more on my 70th birthday. God willing, of course.
Daniel was my only child.
We can also offer cremation, if that is a more suitable way for you to transport the remains back home.
Excusez-moi, est-ce que je peux asseoir ici? Parce que il n'y a
I'm
pas...
sorry, I don't speak French.
Oh, do you mind if I sit here? Because there's no other seats available. Hi, I'm Joost. I'm from Amsterdam.
Tom.
Hey, Tom. I saw you on the train this morning. We came from Paris. We were on the same train. You're not a pilgrim, are you? A pilgrim, a trekker, a peregrino. Huh? You're not here to walk the Santiago de Compostela.
No, I'm here on family business.
Ah. Well, it's not for everyone, you know. In fact, somebody died on the Camino this week. Only 1 day into the trek. Yeah, it's such a tragedy.
Yes.
But it's no mystery why I'm doing this trek. You see this cut? My older brother is getting married in Rotterdam in December, and I want to fit into my old suit.
You could just buy a new suit.
No, but it's the 3rd time that he's getting married. Well, but wedding or not, I mean, I a bit leaner, a bit lighter. It would make my doctor and my wife a bit happier. No? Ah, merci beaucoup. Oh. It's for energy.
Listen, my doctorate, I'm not gonna finish it.
You mean this year?
I mean, ever. Margaret Mead didn't become a great cultural anthropologist by staying in school. And when was the last time you traveled abroad? And I'm not talking about for business. I mean before Mom got sick. Nepal, Morocco, India, Papua New Guinea, Europe. I gotta go to these places. I gotta go.
Captain,
Mr. Avery,
I want to cremate the body.
Capitaine, monsieur, bonne nuit.
I'm gonna walk the Camino to Santiago.
Mr. Avery, if you pardon me, please, you're not prepared to go on this trek. You have no equipment or...
I got Danny's backpack and all his stuff.
But you haven't trained for this walk. And no disrespect, you're more than 60 years old.
So it'll take me a bit longer than most.
You'll be lucky if you finish in 2 months.
And I better get started. We're leaving in the morning.
Oui?
Both of us. Here we go.
Came to give me another pep talk, Captain?
I came to wish you buen camino, Mr. Avery. And to give you this.
Is this a good luck charm?
Something like that. You'll know what to do with it when you get there.
You where?
Cruz de Ferro, it's on the Camino. You'll be there a month from now. You can read about it in the guide. It's a place of much significance. Mr. Avery, do you know why you're walking the way?
I suppose I'm doing it for Daniel.
You walk the way for yourself, only for yourself.
Well, then I guess I don't have a clue, Captain.
Mr. Avery, I have also lost a child. I wish you a buen camino. Enjoy your pilgrimage. Both of you.
Thank you.
Tom, this is the way.
Sorry.
Are you American?
Yes.
Americans are always late.
You speak English?
So do you.
It's my first time in Spain.
You're not only in Spain, you're in the Basque Country. We are in Navarra.
Well, is there a room in the Basque Country in Navarra?
A room? You mean a bed?
A bed, a room, it's all the same. I'm very tired.
15 euros for a bed and food, but it's late, so no food. No more cooking.
No food, but still 15 euros.
Yes. Shoes here. Bathroom there. You're here. Welcome to Roncesvalles. Buenas noches.
Pardon me, sir. Do you have any crêpe poupon?
I followed the same route as you to a point, but then I detoured at Val Carlos, and that's why I got here a couple of hours before you.
My guidebook didn't say anything about any detours.
Yeah, but that's because you haven't got the Dutch guidebook.
The Dutch guidebook?
Yep. You know, because we Dutch, we're always trying to find the quickest way to get to the next party.
Because you know what they say, if it ain't Dutch, it ain't much.
Did the old woman feed you? No. Well, you're lucky. The meal is as grim as the beds. Yeah, have this.
No, I can't take your food.
Yeah, you can.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Pamplona in a couple of days. Hemingway running off the pools, all that. I think I might stay there for a couple.
Peregrinos, no drugs here. I know what I smell. I will call the Guardia Civil.
Yeah.
I will call the police.
Yeah.
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 What does she mean, drugs?
Oh, nothing. Well, nothing by Dutch standards. Just a little tobacco booster, yeah, to help us sleep. You want some, Tom?
No, thank you.
Sure?
I'm sure.
Yeah. I also have these options. Ambien earplugs. I know you got a thing for Dutch men, Senora.
En tus sueños, perro.
Have you ever walked the Camino, Senora?
Never. When I was young, I was too busy. And now that I'm older, I'm too tired. Buen camino.
Hey, Tom, we should get a coffee here before we go, just to get our motor running, no? Yeah, we'll have a quick coffee. Oh, look at cheesemaker, Tom. Oh, fresh goat cheese, my man. Come on, Tom. You haven't lived until you had goat cheese from these mountains. Hola.
Are you gonna make it, fat man?
Don't you worry about me, old man. Hey, Tom. When we met in Saint-Jean, you said nothing about going on pilgrimage.
I wasn't going on pilgrimage.
But here we are.
Yeah.
You said you were on family business.
I am.
But you have all the equipment for the walk to Santiago.
Yeah.
Tom, that box with the ashes.
My son. I'm done for the day, Joost. I'm staying here tonight.
Here in this village?
Yeah.
But Pamplona's a stone throw away.
My feet are killing me. I gotta get out of these shoes.
I'm sorry, but not me, man. Pamplona beckons.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure, Tom. Hey, buen camino.
Com'è pesato? Lurdo? Com'è pesato? Pesato in italiano. Appazzo!
Pero no me tienes que pedir queso, ¿eh?
Vale, pásame queso, por favor.
Ah. Llegas tarde, peregrino.
I don't speak Spanish.
We were expecting you.
Expecting.
You're pilgrims, eh?
Yes.
We are always expecting pilgrims. Come, we have plenty of beds and your food is still warm.
Hey, the Americans are here.
Bueno.
Vamos, come on.
The truth of the matter is confused. No, Charlemagne had other ideas to extend his empire. He crossed the Pyrenees, but nothing worked out as he intended. This is Spain. This is Basque Spain. He tortured the Basques of Pamplona and allowed his men to have a little too much rest and relaxation with our women. When the Basque shepherds who lived around here heard what happened in Pamplona, they slipped into the woods. Then we Basques, killed them.
Sorry, monsieur, but based on what I have read here, that is complete crap. D'accord?
You won't find much truth in this book.
Charlemagne, Roland, not Roland, Roland. This is part of French history, okay? No, not Basque. No.
Ça, c'est vraiment la vérité. The French don't want to admit that the death of Roland was because of Charlemagne's unchristian intentions.
Come on. Allez, bonne nuit tout le monde. Wait a minute.
Night.
Wait a minute. Signor, I thought it was the Arabs that killed Roland.
Oh, bueno. Otra vez. ¿Te lo explico o qué? Hombre, estás dormido. Pacharán, te lo voy a explicar. Vamos a dormir. Pacharán.
One of the guys said you're Canadian.
Don't spread it around, eh? So how's it going for you out there on the road, Boomer?
I'm Tom.
You know, isn't Baby Boomer? You got all those horrible signs of that desperate generation taking its final breath trying to screw the rest of us over one last time. Only thing missing from you, Boomer, is one of those stupid-looking ponytails and a collection of James Taylor songs on your iPod.
I like James Taylor, but I don't have an iPod.
Well, that's pretty amazing. What, no iPod, no cell phone or computer to keep you connected? Isn't it written somewhere in the Baby Boomer code book that you must own a certain percentage of anything Steve Jobs makes? So what is it, on pilgrimage to change your life?
Something like that.
Wait, don't tell me. Just getting over a nasty divorce and she took it all. Or maybe you're out to meet some young chicks and relive your college glory days. Believe me, I've seen plenty of that nonsense. Oh, I got it. You're seeking penance for screwing over your company retirees in some stock market scandal.
You sound really angry.
Yeah, sure. I'm angry. I gotta quit these. And I'm really, really angry about that. And when we get to Santiago de Compostela, it's all over for you, my little friend. You're a goner. The end of the Camino is the end of my addiction.
Spoken like a true addict.
Spoken like someone who took 10 days to get this far.
Well, at that pace, you should get to Santiago by the end of the year.
He's on to our plan. But, you know,
Gracias. Gracias. I wanted to be a bullfighter. My father wanted me to be a lawyer. Coffee is in the common area.
Bonjour, Americano.
Thought you might be staying at least a few more days here, eh?
funny. You know, these European guys are starting to get a little familiar. I want to get out of here while they're still sleeping off their hangover. Besides, got all the friends I need. Don't want any tag-along, so...
Well, be safe out there.
You too, Boomer.
Good luck with the quitting.
Yeah. Good luck with whatever it is you're doing out here.
Oh. I do have a cell phone.
Yeah, well... me too. And an iPod. Sorry for being such an ass last night. I'm out here to get away from everything, and you just,
Reminded you of it. Yeah, I get it.
Well, you're all right, Boomer. Even if you do like James Taylor.
seem to be one and the same. Mama don't understand it. She wants to know where the boy's been. I'd have to be some kind of natural born.
I'm gonna need you to cancel all my appointments for the rest of the month.
You know I could feel it. On a country road. Sail on home to Jesus, won't you, good girls and boys? I'm all in pieces, you can have your own choice. 'Cause I can see a heavenly band full of angels coming to set me free. Said I don't know nothing about the wild wind, but I can tell you that it's bound to be, because I could feel it now. On a country road. I guess my feet know where they want me to go. Walking on a country road.
Oh no!
Camino.
Buenos días.
Tom! Tom, it's me! Tom, it's Joost from Amsterdam! It's Cordero. Spain is famous for its roast lamb. Yeah, you should try some.
No, thanks.
Much to my dismay, Pamplona is just an ordinary Spanish city when the bulls are not running. So much for being a party town. But I made reservations to return here in July, during their week of fiestas, the San Fermines. I would like to propose a toast, because we Dutch love to propose toasts. That we agree to meet here in July and run with the bulls, like real men.
Like real crazy men.
Well, I'm gonna come back.
Line shots, eh?
Yeah. What are your plans?
To move through Pamplona quickly. As long as I'm sitting here, I might just order some tapas. Senor!
They're called pinchos.
I beg your pardon, Joost. In Pamplona,
They're called tapas. Here in Pamplona, it's tapas. I just read that. You see, unlike the Dutch guidebook, which may be directing you to the nearest party, the American guidebook is designed so that you don't look like a clown if you order pinchos when you really mean tapas. Señor.
Señor, ¿algo más?
Tapas, por favor.
¿Tapas? Aquí no hay tapas.
No tapas.
No. Tapas es más de Madrid, del sur, ¿eh? Aquí estamos en Navarra. En Navarra son los pinchos, ¿eh? Las tapas y los pinchos parecen lo mismo, pero no lo es. Porque la tapa viene como en un plato grande, ¿eh? Los pinchos van como en platos separados, más pequeñitos, más trabajados. Tiene una presentación, vamos, está convertido en una tradición. ¿Quiere pinchos?
Oh, look. It's Tom Quixote and Sancho Panza.
And that would make you Dulcinea.
Buen camino, fellow pilgrim.
Oi, buen camino. My name is Joost. I'm from Amsterdam.
Dutch, huh? Got any drugs?
Oh, I love this girl.
Wears off quick, I promise.
You know each other?
Sort of.
What are you looking to score?
Oh, something for sleep. I've had trouble sleeping for the past, I don't know, couple of years.
You folks mind doing this drug deal while we walk?
Got some Ambien. Or something stronger, if that's your pleasure.
I love this guy.
It wears off quick, I promise.
Come with us.
Oh.
Tom, wait! I tried to quit once, but then I thought, why? My grandmother, she drank and she smoked her entire life, and she lived to be 103 years old. Now, what does that tell me?
Tells me that everyone that's trying to quit something always has an ancient relative they use as an example of why not to quit.
I suppose that makes me a cliche, then.
You said it.
But I'm not the one trying to quit anything.
Yeah, well, if we keep walking at this pace, quitting isn't going to be the problem. Surviving will be. Does this guy ever stop to smell the flowers? This isn't a race.
No, it isn't.
And why does it piss me off so much that I haven't seen him stop to take a break? And why does something that should be inspirational make me so angry? Totally irrational.
Same could be said for this entire journey.
Wonder how old he is.
Older than us. Hey, Tom! You think I will look like this by the time I get to Santiago, or...?
Yeah, sure, Yost. Just keep eating that Cordero. Nothing like a few pounds of lamb to help shed the excess weight.
But it's part of the Camino experience, no? I mean, you can't come to Spain without having their roast lamb.
¿Dónde se cruza? ¿Dónde se...
Where the path of the wind crosses that of the stars.
What do you think the waist is on this guy? 32?
More like a 25 or 6.
Well, a man can dream. But you can do this on a bike? Why the hell are we walking? Oh, that's ridiculous, man. Try that, it's super skunk. I brought it from Amsterdam. It's really good. You do smoke, no?
Hey, I'm Frank, New York. Tom, California. Nice to meet you, Rabbi.
Oh, actually, I'm a priest.
You can understand my confusion.
Yeah, a lot of people make that mistake. Brain cancer. Surgery left me with a terrible scar. I wear this yarmulke to cover it up. They didn't get it all, you know. Cancer. Said it'll probably come back. Who knows about these kind of things? Only God. Anyway, they say that miracles happen out here on the Camino de Santiago.
You believe in miracles, Father?
I'm a priest. It's kind of my job. You a Catholic?
I don't practice anymore. You know, Mass at Christmas, Easter, that's about it.
Here, take this.
No, I can't take your
Oh,
rosary,
please,
Father.
take it. A lot of lapsed Catholics out here on the Camino, kid. Besides.
Thank you.
Vengan peregrinos, bienvenidos. Vengan, vengan, peregrinos, bienvenidos.
Wanderer, there is no road, only the waves of the sea.
¡Viva Carlos!
¡Viva Portugal!
Four.
Oh my goodness, oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Oh my God. I thought I was out here all alone.
You thought wrong.
Oh, yes. Hello, I'm Jack from Ireland.
How long you been out here, Jack, from Ireland?
Jeez, it's hard to say. This spot, well, it's hard to say that too. But I think this place means something.
This place means...
This place is brimming with significance. That's the problem with this whole damn road.
Problem?
Metaphor, man. You're out walking all alone and suddenly in the middle of nowhere you see a dogfight near a cheese farm. What does that dogfight mean? And despite its literalness, the idea of a pilgrim's journey on this road is a metaphor bonanza. Friends, the road itself is amongst our oldest tropes. The high road and the low, the long and winding, the lonesome, the royal, the open road and the private. You have the road to hell, the tobacco road, the crooked, the straight and the narrow. There's the road stretching into infinity, bordered with lacy mists favoured by sentimental poets. There's a more dignified road of Mr. Frost. And for Yanks, every 4 years, there's the road to the White House. Then you have the road which most concerns me today. The wrong road, which I fear I must surely have taken.
Well, Jack, maybe a dogfight near a cheese farm is simply a dogfight near a cheese farm.
Ah! Okay. That's good. That is very good. Maybe I should adopt a more conservative attitude instead of trying to trickle meaning out of every curve in the road. Oh, Christ. I haven't had an original thought in months. Writer's block. You know what that is? Any of you?
Okay, so...
The reason I'm out here walking the Camino. Writer's block. I figure the sooner we get the small talk out of the way, the better.
Great.
Huh. You have 35 unheard messages. All from my editors, who probably think I'm drinking again. Which isn't a bad idea. Ooh, can I bum one of those, please?
Yes, sure.
Thanking you.
So, what's your book about, Jack?
The Camino, of course.
Of course.
What about all you?
What about all of us what?
Oh, why are you doing the Camino? Most of the pilgrims I've polled say their walk to Santiago is for religious, cultural, or historical reasons.
You're taking a poll?
Informally, though. I have been keeping track of most of the pilgrims I've met along the way. So far, less than 15% say they were doing it for health. Fewer than 5% say they're out here looking for a miracle.
Miracles are in short supply these days, Jack.
Well, if you don't mind, I'd like to include you in my poll.
I do mind. Very much so.
Oh, would it be all right if I walk with you for a bit?
Well, I don't know about them.
Oh, okay.
No, but it's okay. It's cool with me, man.
Really?
Yeah, sure. I'm Joost. I'm from Amsterdam.
Joost, right.
Hey. I mean, I'm not here for God or miracles or any of that stuff. I'm just a fat Dutchman trying to lose a few pounds.
So you're doing it for health reasons?
Yeah. You could more or less say that.
Yeah. Well, would it be all right if I put you under the category of doing it for health for my poll?
Yeah, man. Sure, whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Joost. Dutch. Health. Huh. Thanks.
Would you like to try some of this? It's Turkish. I hear it's good for writer's block.
You may be right, Joost.
Yeah, man.
Stop!
Hey, stop! Doesn't mean I'm lost. Doesn't mean I'll stop. Doesn't mean I'm across. Just because I'm hurting doesn't mean I'm hurt.
Everything all right? Yeah, sure.
So what's her story?
Tom met her in a refugio, walking the Camino to quit smoking. That's all I know about her. She's sexy, but complicated.
He seems like quite a stiff.
I met him in Saint-Jean. He's an eye doctor from California.
An ophthalmologist.
Didn't come here on pilgrimage. Seems like it was more like an accident.
I started my pilgrimage in Paris, Joost, 3 months ago. And if I know one certainty about the way of St. James, it is that no one walks this Camino by accident. No one.
He carries the cremated remains of his son. Got caught in a bad storm over the Pyrenees. First day out.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No. He carries the box in his backpack. He leaves little piles of ash all along the Camino.
That's brilliant. I mean, tragic, of course, but brilliant. Do you think he'd want to talk to me about it?
I think he'd sooner shove that walking stick down your throat.
sick.
What?
The reason you're out here. You're ill and dying.
Not even close.
That's good. But I will get it.
No, you probably won't. Next town is Torres del Rio.
Towers on the river.
Your Spanish is pretty good.
Yeah, well, the guidebook stressed learn as much as the language as possible before you start the walk, so.
I thought you said something about not wanting any tag-alongs.
I did. If the last 15 kilometers are any indication, walking the Camino with you is kind of like being alone, so. But hey, you want me to buzz off? That's cool. Next town, I'll go my separate way. It's not like there's 1,000 routes to get to Santiago, so you might have to suffer bumping into one of us from time to time.
I'll take my chances. Torres del Rio, then.
He's in a bad mood.
He's been in a bad mood ever since I met him.
Well, death has a way of doing that to you.
What do you mean, death?
She doesn't know.
She doesn't know what? She doesn't know what? What doesn't she know?
This town is so short of water that the locals store it up in winter for use in summer. I don't see anything about bars.
There's an albergue called the Casa Santa Barbara.
Oh, yeah. It's the only one, but it has 5 stars.
I don't care how many stars it has, as long as it's got a toilet.
Sí.
Hola.
Peregrinos. Sí. Hi, welcome. Bienvenidos.
Hola.
Ah.
Hola.
I am El Ramon. Eh?
Oh, I'm Joost. I'm from Amsterdam.
Ah, nice. Good. Come with me. Come along. Come along, please. Passports, please. Passports.
Now?
I need passports. Passports, everyone. Yes. Thank you. Passports. Passports, please. I need passports.
Is there a...
This is my very own and very special El Ramon stamp. You won't find a stamp like this anywhere else on the Camino.
Could I use your...
This is the Ramon stamp, and I will stamp your passport with the Ramon stamp. The Ramon stamp. The Ramon stamp. Perfect. This is proof you have been with El Ramon.
Yes, as I was saying...
Hey, you must be hungry, yes?
No.
Yes? Yes, you're tired, of course. Well, but you have come to the best refugio in all of Spain.
Is there a baño I could use, please?
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. Is there?
It's a bit more serious, let's say.
One moment. Good?
Yeah, good.
Good.
I think we're the only pilgrims here.
The only ones alive.
Tom, should we stay?
It's a bed, a meal, a few hours sleep.
Obviously, we've interrupted something.
Well, that was, interesting. Bit cold out there. Who's next?
Maybe we should stay, no?
Did anyone ask how much he's charging for the night? Because if it's more than a couple of euros, it's too much.
Yeah, I second that.
All right, when he comes back down, I'll ask him about the fee. But I don't think we're going to get a straight answer from El Ramon.
Well, it could be a while.
Okay. I'll go up and ask him. Them.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, me too.
Let's all go.
What are you, all 5?
No, just scared.
toma un poco de vino. Es un poco de vino del Ramón sagrado. El vino de el Ramón.
Oh, man. It's 4.5 hours to the next albergue.
Really? Right, well, we've got to think about setting up camp for the night.
No way.
It's getting dark.
Hey, Boomer, Tom. We gotta camp out.
Now this is a true pilgrim experience.
Cheers to that. Even though I hated camping as a boy.
True pilgrim experience. What do you mean by that?
Oh, well, I'm talking about tradition in the purest sense. A true pilgrim walks the Camino with nothing. He has to live off the land. He has to accept the kindness presented to him, and he has to carry his goods on his back. Pilgrim is poor and must suffer.
Well, strikes me as extreme to say the only way to be a true pilgrim is to imitate what we like to think a true pilgrim is. Should a pilgrim dress himself as a beggar even if he isn't? Do we honor the poor by imitating them? I don't think that pilgrims 500 years ago ignored the creature comforts of the road any more than we should now.
Yeah, and what about pilgrims on bikes? Or pilgrims that do the Camino on horseback?
Now, tradition would dismiss bikers at least. Biking or riding requires less suffering and less work.
But I don't think we have to artificially add more hardship than is already there. That, in my opinion, is being a false pilgrim, not a true one.
If you were a man, I would challenge you to pistols at dawn.
What do you think, Boomer?
Finally, an American without an opinion. Take a picture.
Morning, sunshine.
Oh. Hey. Where are the guys?
Out gathering some provisions from the local farms.
Like true pilgrims?
Yeah. So you weren't even gonna say goodbye, Boomer?
Yeah, well.
What are you doing out here, Tom, besides taking a really long walk?
Why do you care?
Just told me you were a doctor?
Yeah.
What do you practice?
I'm an ophthalmologist.
An eye doctor?
Yeah.
Oh, so you help people see the world a little better, huh?
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
You got it.
No.
Oh! I... Sorry.
Three cheers for the true pilgrims. Hot bread and coffee for everyone.
Oranges, apples, see? We're living off the land, eh? This is the way it's supposed to be.
Hey, Tom.
Hey. Hello,
Sleep well?
Yeah.
No, gracias.
Do we have knives?
You don't need knives, just rip it apart. Orange, Tom, eh? Orange?
No, thank you.
Get this coffee on the go.
You okay, Tom?
Yeah, fine.
que nací como, não sei onde nasci cando, pero entre fusco e lusco estarei aqui aguardando. Dime por qué, dime como, dime dónde, dime cando. Sabes que entre fusco e lusco seguirei aqui esperando.
Tom? I'm sure the last thing in the world you want to do is have a conversation with me.
You're right about that.
Tom, your son. Yost told me. I'm so sorry. I had no idea.
Yost told you, huh? That figures.
I don't know what to say, but the way you touched me, grabbed my arm, just... I mean, my other life, my life before the Camino, I was married. I was married and I was pregnant. My first, my only. But my husband was not a kind man, so I terminated. I got rid of my baby girl, Tom. Didn't want the son of a bitch to have two of us to beat up on. Sometimes I hear her voice, my baby. And it sounds crazy because she never got to take her first breath, but I imagine what she would have sounded like. And sometimes I hear her talk. Sometimes I swear I can hear her.
Sorry about your baby.
Sorry about yours.
My son was almost 40.
Yeah, but he'll always be your baby.
Pilgrims, we have arrived. I'm gonna get us a bottle, or 3.
Oh, here, you'll need an extra hand for that.
Hola.
Look, Tom, I want to apologize again. I'm really sorry.
Can we talk about something else, please?
But I hit you with everything I had and you took it.
My mother taught me that only a coward hits a woman.
How'd she do that?
She whooped the hell out of me every time I hit my little sister. Well, I finally got the message.
My ex could have learned something from your mother.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em, eh?
I smoke across this whole damn country, Wilma.
There's a whole world out there to beat you up plenty. You don't need to go looking for people to pile on.
Glad to become an eye dog instead of a head shrinker.
First consultation is free.
Let there be wine.
Let the drinking commence. Whereas Pablo Coelho examined the spiritual of the Camino, was inspired to write his first book afterwards. So I said to him, the last thing in the world you need to publish, and the last thing I am willing to write, is another bloody guidebook on the Camino. I mean, how does one follow the Codex Calixtinus anyway?
What?
Codex Calixtinus, Liber Sancti Jacobi.
Devotees of the Way regarded as the first tourist guide.
That's right. It is the source. Attributed to the writings of Pope Calixtus II in the 12th century, it is a work of wonder divided into 5 folios. Book 1, Anthologia Liturgia. Book 2, De Miraculi Sancti Jacobi. Book 3 translates the writings of St. James. Book 4, the lesser known ban by the Church of Rome, details Charlemagne, Bishop destroy the Moors. But it is Book 5, Folio 5, which most concerns us. Historians believe it is the first book ever written on the pilgrimage. So the dilemma for me, is to come up with somebody who pays homage, but also pays homage to the ancient traditions and the way, what it means to be a true pilgrim in the modern age.
Christ, you're a bore.
I beg your pardon?
An arrogant bore.
Oh dear, I think this pack's getting ready to eat one of its own.
That's just it, Jack from Ireland. You're not one of us. You think you're better than us because you're writing a book. True pilgrim.
All right.
True
Tom,
pilgrim.
okay.
Like you would know. What did you use to pay for this wine here, huh? How many credit cards do you have in your wallet, Jack from Ireland? How many true pilgrims use their credit cards to get out of a true jam along the Camino back in the Middle Ages, you jackass from Ireland? You are a true fraud. That's what I think you are. Fraud! Over here, everybody! This man is a fraud! Police! Hey! Over here, gentlemen, arrest this man for being a fraud!
Tom, we're just talking, man.
Yeah, only talking. You're good at that, Dutchman. Let me ask you something. Is there anything in that Dutch guidebook about having some common courtesy and keeping your mouth shut about other people's private matters?
What the hell are you talking
You know
about?
what the hell I'm talking about. Joost from Amsterdam. Or maybe you smoked so much hash and popped so many pills you can't remember anything you say or do anymore. Hey, what do you think of the boomer now, eh, Sarah? Whoever the hell you are. So, friends, the question is, what does it take for someone to become a true pilgrim on the Camino? Is that right, Jack? How about death? How about dying on the Camino? Would that make someone a true pilgrim? Would that qualify for your damn book?
Hey, Tom, this is my pack. That's my Tom. Tom, that's
Oh,
my
man.
Tom. That's my Tom, it's my pack. That's my pack.
Get your hands off me!
Oh,
I speak of her! Gentlemen, kidnap the lunatic! God bless How do you say I'm sorry in Spanish?
Lo siento.
Lo siento, señor.
Buen camino.
Gracias. Adiós. I don't really remember very much.
That might be a good thing.
Thank you for bailing me out.
You can thank my credit card.
I saw it written and I saw it say, Bingo Moon is on his way. None of you stand so
intend to reimburse you.
You agree to letting me use the story in my book? We can call it even.
Not a chance.
Well, I could still include it anyway. Change the names.
You wouldn't.
I would. As far as anecdotes go, it's one of the best from my journey so far.
My friends, you know, my patients, they're going to read your book. Get the wrong impression of me.
Do you honestly believe that your mates from the country club would waste their time reading my book?
Good point.
What was your son like?
Daniel's story's got nothing to do with any deal.
I have to explain why you're out in the Camino, Tom. Can't just introduce some crazy drunk American into the narrative without giving him purpose.
Crazy drunk American, thanks.
I can read his obituary at any internet cafe along the way, but I can't imagine it would shed any light on who he was or what he meant to you.
He was my son. What do you think he meant to me? Daniel was a lot like you. Smart, confident, stubborn. Pissed me off a lot.
May I? Thank you.
Hey, ça va?
Hola, ça va toujours, c'est les autres qui vont pas.
Oh yeah! Hey, Carlo! Hey, ciao, bella! Hello.
Jack. Hola!
Tom!
Father Frank.
Are you just getting to Burgos?
This very moment.
Listen, you've got to stay at least a day. Tour the cathedral. El Cid is buried there. The Chuck Heston film. Let me buy a weary traveler a drink.
Café con leche, por favor. They've come in handy.
They usually do.
Maybe a couple of tapas too here. No?
I don't have to tell you, but this Spanish coffee is really strong.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I can't drink it in the afternoon. Otherwise, I don't sleep a wink, no matter how far I've walked. Is this weather beautiful?
He plays the banjo.
Well, it was so
Hey, that
cold.
kid took my bag. That kid stole my bag! Hey! Hey!
Come here, you little bollocks!
I'll go door to door if I have to.
No, Tom, up here.
Why not?
It's gypsies, Tom.
So what?
It's all gypsy art.
So what?
Listen, you start knocking on the doors here, you might not be happy with what you find behind it. Having their backpack stolen will be the least of your worries.
Then we have to file a police report or something.
No, cops hate gypsies. They don't want anything to do with it. Not in Amsterdam, not here, not anywhere in Europe.
Sorry, Boomer.
Can you hear me, son? I know you're here. Just give me the box.
Come.
Just give me a little box. You can keep the pack.
Come on.
Just give me the box.
You can't give up now, Tom. It's a big city. We can get you new gear.
I'll take a bus to Madrid and fly home tomorrow.
Come on, Tom.
This whole thing was stupid.
Bloody thieving gypsies. I understand your anger, senor. My name is Ismael Villalobos. Our son stole your property. He wishes to return it and apologize.
Lo siento mucho.
It is as you left it. Everything's there. Everything. My son has dishonored himself, his family, and yours as well. This is the problem with how Europeans see the gypsy people. As thieves and beggars.
Well, your son is not helping your cause.
A very dark day for me. I wish to extend an invitation to you and your friends to be my guests at my home this evening. I insist. It will be an intimate gathering. You will not be disappointed by the food or the company.
This is what you call an intimate gathering?
By Gitano standards, the gypsy wedding will sometimes have 2,000 guests.
All close personal friends?
Actually, yes. Of course, you are taking your son's remains to Muxía.
No, to Santiago de Compostela.
You go to the cathedral in Santiago for the pilgrim's mass and the blessing. You must continue across Galicia to the sea. There is a shrine in Muxía, La Virgen de la Barca. Go there. Place the remains of your son in the water. Do this for him and for you.
Ishmael, I'm not a very religious man.
Religion has nothing to do with this. Nothing at all.
Ishmael, please, I can take it from him now.
He will carry it to the very edge of town. Not one step less.
But he couldn't have known what was in the bag. Don't you think you should cut him some slack?
And what if it were your son? Stealing is bad enough and wrong. But what my son did could have brought more than shame to our community.
Ah, yes. You mean like a curse?
Please. The simple mention of it.
Paco. Venga. Dale al payo su cosa. Le mira a los ojos y le pide perdón.
Perdón.
Mira.
Lo siento.
Our children. They are the very best and the very worst of us.
Ishmael.
Adiós y gracias.
Buen camino.
How about getting off of these antibiotics? How about stopping eating when I am full of? How about them trying to spare untangling carrots? How about that ever-elusive cutout? Thank you, India. Thank you, terror. Thank you, disillusionment. Thank you, frailty. Thank you, consequence. Thank you, silence. How about me not blaming you for everything? How about me enjoying the moment for once? How about how good it feels to finally forgive you? How about grieving it all one at a time? Thank you, India. Thank you, Providence. Thank you, disillusionment. Thank you, nothingness. Thank you, clarity. Thank you, silence.
Nah, no self-respecting pilgrim in the Camino would ever stay in a parrot, or the decadence of it is absolutely appalling.
My treat.
Really? For all of us?
Ah, hola. Hola. If you could just put it here.
Yes, I need to have some laundry picked up. Some clothing needs to be washed.
Such a glorious morning here which just heightens my sense of acute loneliness. There's traffic on the Camino today, pilgrims queuing up to bear witness to the anxious state of a writer who has forgotten how to... a writer who has... lost his way. A child, a youth, not yet a man, no longer a child, could not have known that of all the bags at his disposal, the one he artfully made his own contained the most precious cargo of all, the remains of Tom's only son, Daniel. We all have a quest. Sarah's is clear, Tom's is becoming clear, but Yost, for whom kindness is an instinct, is further away than ever. Yost.
Hi.
Hi.
You gonna invite me in?
Sure.
I couldn't sleep.
Me neither. Where's Yost when you need him, eh?
Oh.
Make yourself comfortable.
Didn't know you were expecting company.
I'm not.
Hi, could you direct me to the nearest albergue? Oh, I seem to have interrupted something.
Please, come in.
Speak of the devil.
Hey, voila. I bought some liqueur de orujo. It's from Galicia. It's made of 18 different herbs. And they're so secret that they have to be squeezed by blind monks.
Oh.
Thank you.
God save the Queen and our fascist regime.
Is there any room at the inn?
You're kidding me.
Oh, hello. Oh, lovely. This is so similar to my room. Voila. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dear Lord, may this stone, a symbol of my efforts on the pilgrimage, a symbol of my efforts.
Dear Lord,
May this stone, a symbol of my efforts on the pilgrimage that I lay at the feet of the cross of the Savior, weigh the balance in favor of my good deeds that day, when the deeds of all my life are judged. Let it be so. Amen. Beautiful church, Jack. Have a look.
Where I come from, the church is a lot to answer for. Temples of tears, Tom. Don't go in them anymore.
You've been taking an awful lot of notes.
That's right.
End of your writer's block?
Thank you.
Glad to be of service. Trust you'll treat us all kindly when the book goes to the publisher.
Oh, you know, the darker it is, the bigger the sales. That's what my editors will surely be asking for.
I understand.
You know, when I was an undergraduate at Trinity College Dublin, I wanted to be W.B. Yeats or James Joyce. The good writers usually die broke, so after I left college, I wrote for travel mags. Thought I'd do that for a while, put some money away, and then get down to the novel. 20 years later, here I am, still writing for travel magazines. I'm not feeling sorry for myself. It's the life I chose.
Jack, you write whatever you want about all this. What you saw, how you felt, you write it like it happened. You write the truth.
I'll do my best. And after Santiago, home, back to the real world.
If you want to call it that. You know, Ishmael said that after Santiago, I should take Daniel's ashes to Mishia.
What do you think about that, Boomer?
I don't know, but he seemed to think it was very important that I go.
Oh, it's all gypsy hocus pocus, man. Well, you're on your own, Tom. Santiago is as far as this Dutchman is going.
Me too, mate. I've been away for 3 months. I gotta get back.
Santiago de Compostela for me, Tom. It's the end of the Camino for me, too. And at the foot of St. James, I shall put these down once and for all.
I'm sorry?
I swear.
Oh, good luck with that, yeah. I have to go in here and get our diplomas.
Diplomas?
Yeah, it's called a Compostela. We sign our name to the rolls, get our passports stamped as proof, and then we receive confirmation.
Hola.
¿Hablas español?
Ah, no.
Hola. Hola.
Yeah.
Can I have your pass? Builder's pass?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's very similar to Galicia.
Here you go.
They're very green.
Your name is Joost, Debbie?
Joost Michael de Wit.
Joost, okay.
Sarah Marie Sinclair.
Jack Emerson Stanton.
Thomas Avery.
Where did you start at the Camino?
In Saint-Jean.
In Saint-Jean-Pied.
Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, okay.
In Paris, at Notre Dame.
Really?
Canada.
Have you walked all the way?
Yes, we did. I did.
Unfortunately, yes.
So what is your reason for walking the way?
What are your reasons for having done this pilgrimage? I mean, do you have some kind of religious or spiritual motivation, or?
Religious, yes.
I mean,
Leprechauns. I was looking for leprechauns at the end of the road.
I needed to lose weight. It's also because my wife didn't want to sleep with me anymore, but it's because I'm too fat.
I thought that I should probably travel more.
I was a writer. I stopped writing. And now I'm writing again.
Passport with the official stamp of the cathedral. And this is your Compostela.
It's in Latin.
It's all written in Latin because this document dates from the Middle Ages.
I'm terribly sorry. I gave you the wrong name.
Yep, but I've already entered it, you know.
I see that, but could you please change it?
Okay, as you wish. Name, please.
Daniel Avery.
Okay. Here you are.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm here now.
It's the Portico of Glory. Ah, it's him. St. James. Tradition commands that pilgrims approach the statue on their knees. Else sits St. Francis, Van Eyck, kings, queens, millions of pilgrims. They all collapse to their knees out of gratitude.
Writers. They always want the last word. But this?
This was never about quitting these things. She knew that.
I needed a new suit anyway.